more fire and praise God.
Are you sure you're not overwhelmed by our regime here?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Let him sing, right? That is how to become a personality. Never expect anybody else to do it. Even if you are the president, take the share and fix it. Like that's how people will follow it.
It's okay. We have to bring this.
You see? The lion is waking up. The lion is waking up. You see?
They're trying to create a
Revolution is happening. Everybody is seeing what to fix. That is why for those who have been to Ukraine, they know that women don't touch anything. You must treat them like a king. She doesn't cook, she doesn't carry shares, she doesn't, yes. We take care of her, we take care of her. You cannot sit over here. You have to come from like, come on, let the car start. I think you can do it.
We can do one more row in here, you guys.
Yes. Because I want to hear your story. I think maybe we should take over there.
Maybe if everybody sit down, you see the space left. They show you all sit down and see.
Nobody should come at you.
Don't break the legs of those girls, so don't break their legs. Is it fine enough? Yeah. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Look, you missed out on live. You didn't put that on live, right? What just happened?
No, it was on live.
Because
It was on live.
you didn't wait, huh?
It was on live.
It was?
Yeah.
So you escaped my rebuke tonight. Don't tell me don't tell me you escaped that rebuke. Don't tell me you were ahead of the Don't tell me you had gone ahead of me this time. Wow. You, if you are going to be learning so fast, you might overtake me very soon. I'm not sure the doors over there are open. Egon, can you open the windows there?
We have
Open
two
them
places,
fully.
here. Somebody should take them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to. I need Dr. Shorunka to come somewhere here. I wanted to ask you, Dr. Shorunka, what happened to your stroke since this time you came? Because I've not seen any sign. Where did you throw it?
Hallelujah. Amen.
Where is Mrs. Disu now?
I am here, sir.
You are working again?
Well.
She's workaholic. You've not read my book yet, and you're already workaholic. She was here in my house for 2 weeks almost, and I almost didn't see her. Thank God somebody brought the put that down here, so look where we are enjoying life. Looking at her in the distance and she's working. But see what she's done. See what she's done. Wow. Yeah. See what she's done. Don't you think it's wonderful? Yeah. I think
it has 10 times more about your family than I've ever seen before.
Wow.
Which everybody wanted.
Wow. So do you see the work she's done for us? Beautiful job. Beautiful job. So thank you. I will not disturb you. If you are a workaholic, we will not deliver from that. That one doesn't need deliverance. That one needs multiplication. Okay, guys. Thank you so very, very much. I hope you enjoy your day. Yeah. I hope you. Who is here in Kyiv in Ukraine for the first time this trip? Okay, Jumper, let's start with you. You are the only Frenchman here.
Yes.
So we have to start with you. Put you on the spotlight.
Okay, thank
So
you.
what's your experience like so far?
Oh, wow, it was very great. And
But this is not French, you know. French are now more modest and more cultured, you know.
yes,
They are cultured.
that's true.
But thank God I got deliverance from that.
That's why I came. I come to
Yeah, because when you become the cultured,
Yes.
you lose everything good in life.
Yes.
So I don't want to lose those good things. So you enjoyed it?
Yes, I enjoyed it. It was like a wedding for me. It seems like a wedding. You know, it was very joyful. Very I like it very much. It was authentic, simple,
Yes,
joyful.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you.
Authentic.
Yes.
Original.
Yes.
Is it authentic because there was no booze? Is it authentic because there was no vodka?
I don't even think about vodka.
Because you know people
Here.
could be that here
Yes.
and everywhere could be that happy,
Yes.
but they need some
Yes.
help.
Yes. Yes. We have that also. French wine.
French a little bit, yeah.
French wine. You have to be hot enough to be able to.
French wine, but we didn't use French wine.
No.
We use Holy Ghost wine.
New wine.
New wine.
Yes.
That might be a little bit better.
Yes. I love it. Yes.
I was just thinking that if I don't, you know, I know that you are all tired and we're all tired, and guess what is happening to me? But you never tell tiredness because I push tiredness out
Amen.
by the spirit of joy. We push it out. So if you say I'm tired, maybe, but I keep on going. I'm not listening to tiredness. I'm listening to what I need to do. I listen to the spirit. So, but if we don't gather, so I just want to explain to you why I thought we should gather together after the big thing, because that might be the only chance some of you might have to interact close. So it won't be good to come all the way to Ukraine and then couldn't even say hi. So, you know, I think it's a good thing. Unfortunately, I think I need to keep on repeating the same lesson. That if you come to Ukraine, never you go back the second day or even the third day. Because you will be so involved and you'll be so engulfed and you will so much like to remain that you will keep on regretting, why did I buy that ticket for that day? Why did I buy that ticket?
I took 6 days.
You took 6 days. You are smart. You are very smart.
Thank you.
Because the longer you stay, the greater the possibility of seeing more things, discussing, sitting down, talking, interacting, you know, getting something for yourself. But to go back immediately, it's robbing yourself. I'm sorry to say that, but it's like robbing yourself.
They can repeat again.
They can repeat it again, but you have to buy another ticket. Then one ticket will have come and land. But I want to say thank you to all of you. I think it was a wonderful celebration. Unfortunately, we've not had what do you call it? There was no direct transmission over from where the thing was going on. So yeah, no live, and because of that, you know, I mean, our people out there, the DSA family, you know, they owe it to us for us to, or we owe it to them for us to get all the recordings we did. Some of you did your recordings, video.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was not live, but in your computer, in your telephone or something, let's release them as fast as possible. Let's download them. And you girls, you've got to do something about that.
Yeah.
You are supposed to release today though, because you have the most comprehensive recordings. So that it's not a month or a year later then when everybody has forgotten what happened. You know, it's better when it's hot. It's better when it's fresh. People are still expecting it.
And they're watching it.
They didn't do live.
Because I called my friend because she's been calling me. She
but
said she
it
wants
was interrupted. We did a few. We did about 5 live sessions, but it was interrupted.
Yeah, but compared to yesterday, yesterday was like
Full.
full
Yeah.
life. But what they did there, if we were there like for how many hours? 5 hours? 9 hours. Okay, if we were there for 9 hours, they only did live like for 1 hour altogether. That's nothing, right? The 1 hour of live when you were there for 9 hours, it's like we didn't do it. So that's what I was saying, that we didn't do much. So, but so thank you so very much. It's you know, I really wanted. It's a bit our pastors are not here, the Russian pastors. I really wanted to ask them because they didn't know that place. You know, that's a very special place. I think. I mean, see the grove and the trees, and it's like it's just seclusive. You know, very original, very totally.
Like the mountain, the getting offended.
Yeah.
When you were rocking outside, I didn't know this.
This man is back in the garden of Eden.
I said, did you go to bottom down?
That man is back in the garden of Eden. That man is back in the garden of Eden.
They have been so cozy. Could the garden of Eden have been so cozy? And
I think that is the way it is. We borrow it from them.
Pastor Pet said that I don't know that there's still a place like this here.
Pastor Tokwe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lived there for 20 years, but he never, even the Russians who live here, they still don't know that. Because that's an exclusive place, but for the elite. It's a minister, you know, it's like corruption kind of things. Politicians, daughter owns it. And then the big people, because for you to be there one night is like $250 to $500 just to stay there.
But you can enjoy the jacuzzis and the pools.
Oh,
and
no.
all that stuff.
How do you know that?
I went to check it out. 1,500 grivna.
Right, and you,
You get the whole
enjoy
day.
everything. Yeah, you
for
enjoy
a night.
everything. And
No,
for the night.
for the whole day.
Yeah, oh, no, for a night and the whole day. Yeah.
But I said, hotels there. Are there
Huh?
hotels?
No. 1,500 grivna, which is
If you are not sleeping, if you are
$57
not-
just to be there all day
If you are not
enjoying the
sleeping,
indoor
that
outdoor
is you are not
pools.
sleeping, you are not eating.
Right.
But if you are sleeping, you are eating, you are there.
You pay more.
Yeah, you pay $250 minimum. $250 US dollars. Yeah.
Thank you for the great meal and day and everything. We love you, and you're so generous. Thank you.
Well, you know, what I wanted to do was first of all to because you know I wanted my pastors who had just been working and doing the hard work, the Russians. First of all, I was thinking about them. I wanted to take them out, and we looked for all the halls in Ukraine. For 5 pastors alone, I have 400 of them. So we had to break them into 2. So yesterday here, our list was 400 because we have foreigners too and everything. And that place is 300. So we have to break down that way because everybody couldn't get there. But we got some for yesterday here, and then others for that place. But that place, I wanted to take with me people who have really been working hard, who have really been faithful and serious, especially the Russians, because many of them are just living the regular, like in the Western, work, and regular apartment life, what do you call flats, and and I didn't want to have a hall, because we are going to have there is no hall really in the country that will take everybody in a sitting arrangement that will take more than that. They don't have a big number like that unless you are going to have a concert, not table, not eating, and not dancing around. It just doesn't fit. Everything doesn't fit. For you to still be able to dance but to go to the nature like that.
Well, you gave them a multi-millionaire experience.
Yeah, that's what people do. The people who go to the group in America, the rich people, that's where they go to up there to chill out. But we don't do all that rubbish they are doing, thank God. Well, our own was not worse, isn't it?
But we had a chill out. We had a good fun. I mean, I enjoyed myself, and I think everybody had a good fun. Everything was so spontaneous. Everything was not scripted. You were just babbling. There was a joy in the spirit, and that's what you are seeing. Like it's authentic.
Where is Pastor Great?
It's the unity about the whole thing, and I can say the same as well.
Does he stay in the house here?
No.
Ah.
Oh, Father Chris?
He's great.
Father Chris is in the hotel.
He's also tired.
He's having downstairs.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. It was very authentic. You could see that people are genuinely happy, and then you don't need to really struggle to get into the flow and get into what is happening there. At every point in time, something sprang up, and then before you realize,
you are in the river.
You are in the river. I mean, you are in the flow.
What about Pastor Derek? Is he somewhere here?
Yes, he's in the house.
Okay. Does he know you're here?
Yeah, he joined the broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah. So it was beautiful, beautiful. The serene atmosphere, the nature, everything that was going around, the people, the warmth, and you could see different culture, different races, all coming together in a melting point. That really just pretty, it was beautiful. Everybody was getting involved.
Yeah, this is a good report though for people who are not there because we are doing live right now. It's good for us to share our experiences. So be free to share your experience so that people who didn't see the whole thing, they could also have an idea of what we are talking about.
And you just get into the flow. Some beautiful African music, and I could see my brother.
Each time the Africans begin to do Western kind of music like that, they just lose the flavor.
It's not real.
It becomes fake. The anointing just disappears somewhere.
Yes.
It just goes away.
Exactly. I mean, we try.
And the MC Joshua and all that, they just couldn't get it. If the anointing is on your own thing, do it. Don't try to go Western when the thing is no more there. It has traveled.
I mean, wow. We had a great fun. We had a good time. Apart from that, you could also see that it is very spiritual. It is. You could see that it is spiritual. You could see some unity among people. We are all meeting people for the first time, and you can easily begin a conversation, get into flow, get into the dancing floor, all dancing together. And Pastor Roy, oh God, you are too much.
Really impressive.
You are
He won your heart.
Honestly speaking, I didn't know how your moves and the rhythm, the moves and everything. There's some African.
We got it right.
There's some Africanness in here.
Jews are not far from Africa. They are the two most persecuted nations of people groups in the world.
My favorite moment was right when you started, because everybody wanted you to walk down the red carpet, and you stopped and you went back to the top and made sure you loved every person on the way down. That is so much who you are, and it's so much who the Lord is. I loved it.
The touch of God's love. Because I saw the red carpet and I knew what they were expecting me to do. Or what they wanted me to do. I knew the script. But that script,
you threw it out.
Pastor, I would say that we were somewhat prepared.
that anything will happen.
Yeah, I told him that, Pastor is predictably unpredictable. So please, anytime he changes the script, we just need to catch up quickly and make sure everything is like looks authentic.
And that's what they're saying, that it looks authentic.
That's right.
But we like the car door from the future also. As the door came up,
Yeah, that was all. But not everybody was there in the very beginning. Was everybody there when I arrived? Because he's describing that point. They don't know, they cannot recognize. So you have the video.
But I think Maya had that live, didn't you?
No.
She recorded it.
Yeah, could you describe what we're talking about?
Yeah.
What is the door? They don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, of course there was like a 35, 40 meter red carpet, right? And so everybody was lined up on the side of the carpet waiting for Pastor to come. And, we were getting coaching, which wasn't needed to shout and, praise the Lord when he came. And so Pastor got out and helped Pastor Bosie out and the children and the family and Wally and his family and everybody came out. And then Pastor started to take that first 2 steps and then you could see like he was arrested. And he just stopped and he turned around and he went back and said, no. And then he started again way at the top where everybody was and just started to love everybody and greet them one by one. Amen.
Instead of rocking the red carpet.
Sunday, I think one of the things that when all the pictures come out,
Louder, no?
when all the pictures come out, when all the images are captured, I think one of the things that's going to blow a lot of people's mind is the drone. Because I think with that you can get a whole glimpse of everything from all the happenings, whether you're looking straight up. You understand? I think that is going to be one that's probably going to take it over to the next level as compared to just having this direct one-on-one. Because that is going to see that's going to give you a different scene from what we're all used to. It's going to be another level. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to when we can get that that correlation of what that took, and then you released it into the release it out there. Yeah.
What?
Also satellite view as well.
Yeah, because the way
you're
he took
watching
it up,
it.
and then he was expanding,
Yeah.
took the whole scene. That is going to capture a
What
different
do
image.
you call it? Drone.
Drone. That's the car of the future too.
The car of the future.
Being
No,
bigger,
the
but same
picture.
thing.
No, the drone.
Yeah,
The picture.
he's saying the future, that's the way cars will be operated. So what was he saying about the door?
Oh, I love that. So first of all, the limo pulls up, but the limo wasn't just a limo. It was a limo that just kept going an extra 3-4 meters.
The long limo.
So they're managing the limo back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and finally they could back it up, and then we're waiting for the door to open, right? But instead, what happens is like from space.
Yeah, it was like a spacecraft.
It's coming open.
What did you say?
All you saw, like if you were back a bit, is the door open. So this is a spectacle in itself. Then there's flashing lights here, and Pastor Bose in all her glory emerges from it, and then Pastor Sunday comes out this door. It was just a beautiful scene. It really was.
Yeah, you have the picture.
I have some of them.
Can you show us the picture?
I see.
Okay. You can take it around. Let it go around.
Move it. Move it.
Some more when all the pictures come out.
Okay.
Like a lookbook or a picture book or
Good idea.
Move it. Some more.
You have to go and do it because
I'm doing it. So.
amazing. Good experience. Tomorrow is going to be another one. But what are you looking into this book? All looking. Have you just flipped through? What would you say about it?
Yes. It is the pictorial aspect of the story and the way they put the book together. Looking at the 50 attributes to commemorate your 50th birthday. And all of them, 1 to 50, speaks volume. As a matter of fact, we can have more than 50. But they put 50 together, and all the 50 of them say something about Pastor Sunday. And there's words, and there's photos, and then picture speaks louder than words. And it looks like the person who put together has really gone to work and worked hard on it.
Just ask the husband how he was able to let that go for a whole month. What can I say?
So I have a copy for myself.
And he translated it. He corrected the English. He worked on the English. He edited the English. Because we translated from Russia.
And some of the photos I've seen for the first time as well. Beautiful. Good. Great.
So going back to the drone, what's the plan for getting the output from that?
Yeah.
Circulated and so on.
How is that done?
It's taking pictures.
Is it
and
pictures?
Yeah, and video.
Oh, and video.
Yes.
2 things at the same time.
Yes. So it's got different views. So once they produce it, we would start posting some of them.
Okay.
Not all, but some.
Well, you have to make sure that they work fast now. So that, like I said, it doesn't come out on the 51st anniversary. Let's keep on sharing our impressions with our brothers and sisters at home. The DSA family, we care for them. It's just like when you are not here, right? You bet they're expectant for things. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, open up and talk. Not everybody is silent.
The band also was great.
You like the band?
Wow. And they were very intense in the
The
time.
African band? No? What band?
Yes.
The African.
The African one.
The one.
Yes.
What do you call it?
His name is Bakari, yeah.
Wow.
And you could not have had better hosts. Such big smiles, so much joy. 2 ladies, 1 man who are just, it was fantastic hosts.
Thank you.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, the Bakari, the African band, they're one of a kind in the country here. That was why I made sure.
Very intense.
That's why I made sure they came. I brought them from Hong Kong, some other guys.
And very continuous too.
Continuous.
They know how to hold on momentum.
That's right.
Yeah. Even my Canadian son felt himself African today. That's what I heard for the first time. He was able to dance along with us.
It was so free to get caught up in the river, in the wave of it. But not only that, even the song choice that you chose, that the music you chose when the band wasn't playing, just perfect. There was just never a moment of where there was like a lull in the music, or there was a couple times we had to change the songs or whatever, but it was always moving. The party was always moving. And there was emotion, and it was glorifying God.
Video. Somebody got the video here. Show it to your people. Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk.
Yeah, it was just, there was never a lack of momentum. The thing just continued to keep going. It was easy to dance, easy to just, I think somebody mentioned it earlier, that it felt like everybody was connecting with everybody. There was just something special about it, I would say.
Very good table placement. Brilliant.
Table placement.
Yeah, and also the mix at the tables.
Yeah.
Very, very, very smart.
But I was concerned about the table placement because I was thinking, are we not too far a little bit from each other? But when I started going and I
you went to everybody.
Yeah, I knew it was great, yeah.
And then you gave everybody opportunity for photos later. I mean, you did it 3 times. You greet everybody, and then you went and greet them personally, and giving appreciation for them. Because first people give an appreciation for you, and appreciation to them, and then the photo opportunities and for people to give gifts. I mean, you made it that everybody felt
became
very
so close.
connected.
Yeah.
And people after the initial food, they were all moving around and interacting. Nobody felt they had to stay where they were. It was great.
Yeah.
And good weather too.
Good weather too.
95% of the time.
I'm not sure about that.
But Pastor, if nobody said it yet, the grounds that were chosen, as you said, and just the atmosphere. If it was any other hall, if it was any other location, you wouldn't have had that same dynamic.
It would have just been the normal thing everybody does.
Yes.
And people sitting at tables far away from each other. This was, we're all kind of in heaven together.
Who said that? Somebody mentioned heaven.
That's what the whole conversation.
You did. You did,
Yeah,
that's like the Garden of Eden.
That's how it felt. There was no distance between anybody. Everybody felt free to walk around and see everybody else. But the trees, the grove aspect, the water,
look at those groves, huh? Look at the grove.
I think God gave it to you, Pastor.
I mean, it's like, those trees have been there for 100 years.
Wow.
The youngest trees there are 50 years.
Really?
Yes. 100 years, 120 years, 200 years, 300 years, they groomed them. Grew them, kept them, preserved them. And they went and put that thing inside.
Pristine, that's the word I was looking for. Pristine.
What?
Beautiful. Location is beautiful.
Were you able to, when you came in, do you notice when between walking from the gates to the, you see, we are able to see the whole.
I mean, Pastor, even the wall coming. So we got into the gate, and then we have the cars coming for us.
Yes.
It's this is like different level altogether. So we were, I was there with Pastor Chris. Then the guy came with the cars and the 4 pockets on, and you could see some 2 back space. And everybody said, "Oh, you can just." I said, "Oh no, wait! Safety, we'll come back for you." They came back 5 minutes, and then they came back. We got on this and said, "Oh man, I'm somewhere."
That is the kind of feeling I wanted to hear, especially from my Russian pastors. I really wanted them to hear that. For you Westerners, it's okay, but it's a bonus. But for my Russian pastors who've been working all these years, I wanted them to have that feeling of, wow, I'm somewhere now. What's happening? Yeah. I wanted them to have that.
And besides the trees as well, the lake in the middle was just beautiful.
Because we could have just gotten a floor, floor.
Yeah, but the lake in the middle, oh my God.
And every section had a bridge you could walk out of.
Yes. Walk right into the lake a little bit then.
That's what he said, like Eden had a
river
in the middle.
As if you have been there, you know.
Had a river in the middle.
When you were dancing, you know, from one point to the other, I was like saying to my husband, this looked like Adam and Eve cruising and worshiping the Lord when they were
what will you say about my princess? What will you say about my wife?
Yeah, I was telling my wife, you know, when you were dancing around, the way you started, you never lose grip of her. And I was thinking, my wife was saying, from your books, we know that. Is it because does he want to gather dancing, whether he missed dancing so part of his life, and that now he wants to dance and greet this lady all the while, and he never gets tired. Yesterday we didn't come out, we thought that after the whole thing that you would be tired. That you'll be tired. That we went to bed. Only surprisingly, you tell us.
We're here till 2 o'clock.
Yeah, that we didn't come out. I said, no, we are thinking we'll be tired. This is why we went to bed ourselves. So so dancing around, it was really affectionate. Throughout the whole journey around the river, I was, specifically watching your hands. And my wife, even your wife, is she not there with her hiding and all those, but you never hold, you would turn her around and say, and your wife follow, you say your wife knows the
your dancing step. When you do this,
she knows your dancing step. So I was, it was very beautiful.
But that's why I say it was like a wedding. A wedding ceremony.
It was good. And all the way around, you make sure you touch her at the right place with the right color and the right. You notice the details. And there was a point, the music changed.
I was not happy.
The music changed and it becomes when we were in the secondary school, they call it the blues.
Oh,
that's when you dance bone to do bone.
Yeah,
That's the one who dance bone to do bone. And that was like that.
Yes.
I allow him to enjoy it.
Yeah, I would like to say something. When Pastor realized that there was one table that was kind of awkwardly placed so that they missed it when they were going around greeting, it started to rain after he got all the way around and everybody was dancing. Not just he invited everyone to dance. But then, even though it was pouring rain, Pastor and Pastor Bosley made sure to go to that table straight away before they went to their place of request.
That was our table, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
The table number 2. You know, before you arrived, I was staying with Pastor Derek beside me. Before the rain, there was a bit of shower of rain, and I looked at him and asked him, "What do you think about the rain today? Should you speak to Pastor Elijah to send the word?" No, he said to me, "No, we have to pray fervently. We want to pray." He said it 4 or 5 times, fervently. But I didn't know whether he did pray.
It was not fervently.
Because I was eating too much.
I think one of the things about the scenery of that place is beside the trees.
So
If everybody
if
noticed,
you
noticed, it was fenced. There was a fence there. But all the fence was painted exactly the same thing as what you see.
Like the trees.
So, if you didn't look well, you would think it was actually trees or continuous. But if you look through the fence, it's actually a blend of the fence with the nature that is around. That was brilliant.
Beautiful, huh?
That was brilliant.
Yeah, I did observe that as well when I went to use the toilet. I was standing there and I felt like, is that a fence? Because it was hard to notice. You would think it's the continuation of the tree, but I said no. That must have taken a lot of time because they made it in a way that you wouldn't even tell the difference.
Wow.
Yeah. And then another thing I observed is even the people serving, they are wondering who are these people. Where do they come from?
I think their place has never experienced anything like that.
They've not seen the integration of blacks and their people. And their
people felt so welcome too.
Yeah.
There was no division, right?
Yeah.
We're very hospitable,
very
accommodating, very, very nice. And the food was very good.
And I bet a lot of them will want to know what this whole thing is all about. Because like you always say, the greatest form of outreach is the touch of love, the love that people see. They want to know, how did this thing come together? How did it manage to work? Where did it start from? And from there they begin to say, I'm gonna know what this whole thing is all about. So even when you were coming out of the car, there was a lot of people on the other side. They're not part of the party, but they want to know, who is this person? Who is this person? And when he was a black man, this one will look at the whole, what's happening here? They can't understand it. And then they look around, they see so many white people there. They're still trying to figure out what's going on here. What are they celebrating? Who is he? So
it's absolutely unusual the way the Ukrainians and the foreigners know that very well.
Even with the language difference, those of them who don't understand the language, they still give you this lovely smile. So it's like it's warm and lovely and.
They were all dancing together.
Yeah, it was really an awesome experience. Even there's one girl, Maria, by name Maria. When the girl talked about you, wow, I was shocked myself. She was sitting with us, and she told us she has been to France through the Spirit.
Yes.
And I said, wow, who taught you that? He said it was you. I said, wow, you've been to France. She was giving us the experience, how it happened, how the Holy Spirit took her to France, but she hasn't been physically. And I'm like, if someone can just be in such
she's
a place,
friend of God,
and she could experience this kind of a thing, and I call myself Christian. I've never traveled to from where I am to the airport
To Manchester.
So I began to wonder, wow, what a difference. And everything she talked about, you could see it's all about love. The moment we stepped in, she wanted to know, what's the name? Who are you? What did she was so interactive. When you walked in as well, she said, oh, you're from France. And you were asking her, how did you know?
Hello.
Yeah. And you were asking her, how did you know? She said, I just know.
Yeah.
It was an awesome experience. It was really a beautiful experience.
Quality person.
Yeah.
Пастор Сандай, это мне Кристина, главное, пишет. Вы, пожалуйста, переведите. Она говорит, мама, ты где? Я говорю, дома. Она говорит, а почему ты дома? Говорит, там все уже собрались, иди. А мы уже с Леной спать собрались.
She said, her daughter was watching this live. Her daughter is in Grace. So she called her. She's sleeping. And said, Mommy, where are you? She said, yeah, Pastor's house. How can you be in Pastor's house? What are you doing? Sleeping? How can you be in Pastor's house? There is a meeting going on somewhere in Pastor's house right now. You shouldn't be sleeping. Wake up and go and join them. So that's how they came down.
Pastor, I was on my way down actually when Babusha came to get me because I was just up in my room and I thought, I think I hear Pastor Sunday laughing.
Wow.
I think that's his laugh.
Pastor Sunday's laughter will wake the dead.
Пастор Сандай, вам огромный привет, поздравления от Кристины. Вот. Я говорю, Кристина, я тебе все привезу, не волнуйся. Да. Спасибо, что вы у нас есть.
Jeanette, I remember born Jeanette. What was the first name? Oriyomi, yes. Are you tired? You look sleepy, no?
I'm alright.
You okay? I wanted to hear you. You are going where?
Back to the hotel because I'm not going to stay here tonight.
Oh, you are in the hotel. Oh, are you tired? Oh, you are okay. Can you talk? Right. You are tired. Okay, who is taking you? Are you here in the house or in the hotel?
I'm here.
Yeah, in the house, okay. You are also tired because you are just coming from the road. Go and sleep. Because from tomorrow.
Sleep?
You know go.
No.
You know go.
I've waited long for this. So.
Who is taking her to the hotel? You? Okay. I was thinking I should hear your story. You know, like I told you, for 1 week, I had in my heart to call you. I think I even called one time. And the reason is because I wanted to hear your story. But you are not fresh enough for that right now.
Yeah, I could just say a bit of
Okay, tell us about it. Because I like your activity online. I like your activism on DSA. I like your involvement. I like your what do you call it? You are not absent. You are always present. Is that punctuality? Yeah, I like your punctuality. I like the fact that you are involvement. Yeah, you are very involved. You know, it's like she doesn't miss any of my message. She doesn't miss any message. A unique person. So I want to hear her story. What has transformed you so much?
I think I've been around sometimes around August when I came across somebody invited me on the live broadcast, and because I've been in one church for about nearly 20 years now, so I'm just
you are one of those faithful, yes.
So unfortunately, about 3 years ago, my pastor, the senior pastor of that church when I went to be with the Lord, he was late, and God knew my person that took over after it. Then it's like taking us back to where I came from. You know, everything was just like, there's no progress. Yes, everything was just going by. We are getting all these prophets coming to the shows, probably. And
personally, I was thinking maybe I'm being
The
rebellious.
late pastor was more progressive.
Yeah, it was more progressive, more. It's a British born and he's doing really well. At least he's different from when I was back in Nigeria. Yeah, yes, it's a bit of tradition. It just kind of, it's a very person that did thorough research, and it's not always it's more practical than. But used to keep to the next level though. But he was still a bit practical in his station. And you can actually listen to him and go out there and want to go and actually do something. Then things changed, like a reverse version of, and I was like, oh, there's no anything to push me. I feel like a bit of a stagnation and everything. Even as I'm talking, I might be watching because all of them, I joined them. And every time I'm listening to the message, I invited them. But I realized some of them are watching, some of my pastors are watching with me. So I'm sure they will be watching it. I don't know, because I've left the church since I started watching this program. I just, even my kids were the one that got deliverance. Yeah, I got deliverance. But that's where, but I didn't hide anything about it. I was. No.
Are you okay? Okay.
I was so open about it, and I'm really going a bit radical about it. At least I'm not mad. Because the first message I listened to, I said to my guests, because I got 2 guests, I said to them, because one of them she studied philosophy as well, and she always questioned the messages, and she said, Mommy, what is, you like to listen to all these big brother, we call it big uncles, that's what we call our people's pastors. It's like, I will be telling them, don't say that you are a child of God, don't be rebellious, don't touch against the anointed, it's dangerous, all those things they've been teaching us about creating fear. But they say, Mommy, you are anointed yourself, what are you telling me? How can somebody say you should put 1,000 down and all of these things?
If we are not careful, we are going to lose our next generation of children.
You know?
With this kind of churches, if these children, they are going to be much smarter, they are going to be thinking. And many of them will not buy into this kind of church practices.
We are losing them.
That's happening.
Speak of the United Kingdom. It's you know, I don't know how many of us who are older Christians are seeing that, but I see over the last 5 years there's a massive disconnect. Because the things they hear in some churches they cannot relate to. The young people, we come and then we start praying about some old woman in the village who is doing some evil to you and so on. You know, these kids were born in Europe. You know, and what are you talking about? How's your connection? Nothing to them. And, you know,
just like what she was saying, that the daughters will say, why will you give, you are an educated woman, you are anointed yourself. Why should you be going to give one man $1,000, pounds, just because he wants to anoint you?
And funny enough, the way they behave, and they don't even hear God more than myself. Because my daughter will tell me,
they don't have all the religions.
No, they are just so pure. My daughter said, God told me to read, if she's going for exam, she will get direct direction from God, and she will just go for it. And I will like, is she actually hearing God? What is blocking my head? Mommy, you just unplug some of things from your head. You need to, And later on, after I started listening to you, I went back to them and said, you guys are actually saying the truth. Oh, then you could hear from I was one that gave the comment that said they are calling me DSA in the house because I was the one that put that, because every time because I work nights. So by the time they leave home in the morning to go to school, DSA is on. When they will come back before I go to work, DSA is still on. So they're fighting between me and this program. I say, Mommy, when are we going to get your attention? Every time it's DSA. I think you're being obsessed now. Yes, I agree with you. If I'm obsessed, I want to take it. For this one, I really want to be obsessed because what I'm hearing here is like missing link in my life. I've never had this before. And I was really to it, I was just listening all the time. For me to even come to Ukraine, they do a lot of things. Oh, you're going to Russia. There's a fight there. And Mommy, what are you trying to?
There's a war.
Yeah, there's a war there. What come upon you recently? You even want to go and meet pastor. They just tell a lot of things.
They are scared for you.
I said, you know what? Don't worry about me. Buy that ticket. Yeah. I bought my ticket on Thursday because they are trying to, when I ask them to do it, because when I go to work, I just say, get this ticket, I leave my card. By the time, Mommy, are you sure you want to go? I said, no, I'm not that kind of person anymore. But that is the trick of the devil. We attach fear. In my house, it's like a stronghold of fear. And no, I wasn't like that before I came to UK, but I just realized when I came to UK, all the confidence I have, all the confidence I had before, I just lost it in the process of fear. Everything, don't do that, and they wanted to use
churches will program you to fear.
Yeah, and they wanted to use that this time. I said, you know what? You don't know. I'm a different person. I don't care whether I'm going, because nobody's looking for me to start with. Nobody knows me in Ukraine. Pastor has been living there for 30 years. And everybody has been, I've been seeing people giving testimony, let me go. I don't want to regret anything in my life. I've been in that place. Please let me go. And then yesterday we were telling me we are proud of you. You are flying. So now what you are telling us is true. You have changed. Now if you put your mind to something, you will go for it. I think this is just the beginning. Because I have a lot of, I'm a kind of person that, because I'm kind of part of Nigeria I came from. I'm from Egypt. And I see business in everything. And I don't see business as a local one. I can think local, but I see global. That is where I think. If anybody come with me with smile, I will just tell them, if you do this, I will take it beyond. I will be looking, what is she talking about?
But how come I am doing this from Ijebu, and you are sitting down there going to work? You know, if you have that kind of potential,
there's a system in UK as well. You know, if one is not careful.
I don't care what you in UK. Don't talk about
yeah,
we are going to. Don't worry. We are going to put you on top of that system.
Amen. Yeah. Well, I'm just glad that
everything comes from your understanding. UK is small. If you want to talk about system of a country, then if you are talking like UK, you have system. You don't even have system there compared to destructive system you have in communism. Communism system is the most destructive. Go and read any book. Go and read any history. There is no system that is more destructive than communism system. That's why the people everyone is talking about North Korea, China. Those are the communist. This is the same thing. Those things you are in UK is just shy play. We want to give you superior mind. First of all, by the time you have superior mindset, you know, if you see the way you are talking about,